What's up, guys? This is your TCT here, and I got a good game for you guys to check out. Lethal. Lethal Honor. I couldn't stop playing this game. I'm a little late on my review, and that's the reason why I want to play the hell out of this game, finish it, do everything, and just, and even then, I still couldn't keep my hands off it. There was a lot of games that I was playing, like the new Digimon game. I love that game a lot. I haven't played a Digimon game since the PS1 era. So thankfully, I got a hell of a reunion out of that, and I've been playing the hell out of wow, go figure. I've been playing Hell Is Us, but I have been taking breaks from those games to play this one. So Lethal Honor, Order of the Apocalypse, is a roguelike hack and slash game that has been developed by Viral Studios. Story takes place in the centers of the demonic siege on Wolf Island, where an agent must fight to stop an ancient evil from awakening and destroying humanity.
The rest of them, you will make a fine sacrifice. Prepare to die.
Now, for people who are fans of my channel, and especially fans of my video game reviews, y'all know that I like roguelike games. I'm a huge fan of roguelike games. In fact, the last roguelike game that I played that was very like this is Redacted. And I love that game. I thought that game was very good. And I reviewed it too. And even though that game has some problems, I ended up liking it overall. Some problems I don't even want to mention it here, but I think I might pretty soon. But I can tell that the developers that made this game, Viral Studios, has probably seen Redacted, and they want to make some adjustments of making this game. I'm saying it to say this: for those who have played Redacted and is on the fence to play this game, and they're wondering is this game is a ripoff? No, this game is not a ripoff of Redacted. This game is like an improvement, an enhancement to Redacted, because everything about this game, Lethal Honor, Order of the Apocalypse, is more enjoyable, it's more addicting, and above all, like this game is a hellish ride of an improvement when it comes to everything that Redacted is literally been lacked on. I mean, they even have a story to this game as well. They have good character development. They have a lot of good tacked on comic book-like art style to this game that really was eye candy to the screen. Great enhanced combat, and above all, like all those elements of this game would keep you going forward, and just, you know, you will not keep your hands off the controller. This game was only $25.
No way.
And I feel like a game like this feels like it was like worth like 40 or 50 bucks. I didn't feel this grateful since I have played Clerics Edition 33. Something so impactful that is so reasonable in price. You need to play this game. And I'm itching to play it right now, but my controller is charging. It's charging right now. The game starts off at a very fair pace, in a way where you can understand the choreography to this project. Just like Redacted, you are an agent that is left into the crossfields of you trying to survive. But unlike Redacted, you are literally an experiment. You are an experiment that these agents had created so they can use you to gather resources in this dangerous field filled with devil bats, monsters, demons, zombies, you name it. And you have to fight your way to help them figure out how to get out of this hell alive, which is Wolf Island. Now, while doing this, you do come across survivors. You do come across certain characters that can help you along your journey, and in fact, give you more answers to this whole entire story itself. And that's what I liked about this game, was that by me playing Redacted, I thought it was just you being in this area and you have to escape in a certain amount of time. But unlike Redacted, you can spend as much time on these levels as much as you want. Now, by this being a roguelike, you do die a lot. And they do punish you by you losing resources when you die. So they do have ways for you to save your progression, save your resources. So if you do if you do die, it can all automatically go to the resource center where the scientist is located, or you can just go to certain stops along your path so you can get your resources saved there. So they have so many ways for you to save your progression cycle of you gathering a lot of resources as you can as you progress through the game. Now, in the beginning of the game, you are vulnerable. You are like a scrawny little person, but you know, as you die, as you get pummeled, as you get killed off, you learn from your mistakes. So that's where the resources come in, so you can level up and perk up your character so you can get stronger, so you can just get through all these waves of enemies. And trust me, it's worth it. After 3 or 4 hours of you playing this game, you're gonna feel like a fucking badass. And by me playing through this game numerous of times, but before I knew it, I spent like so many hours playing it, I have lost track of what was my favorite weapon. I mean, for Christ's sakes, the katana, I like the katana. The katana is cool. Even though that's like the first start of the game weapon of choice, but I liked the katana. I liked the dual weapons. I liked it the axe. So every weapon on here doesn't feel like a weak choice. You're gonna enjoy every variety of weapons and perks that you're gonna use on your character. The levels on here is pretty cool too, and I thought this was going to be based on you being in this base, in this lab, and you're just trying to fight your way and then that's it. But no, like, you can go outside, you can go in the jungle, you can go in the swamp, you can go underground, you can even go in these dungeon areas underground where a lot of demons spawn at and stuff. That's like that's close by the end of the game and stuff like that. And there's more to it. Like, there's so much lore and exploration of this game, but that's because of the story. The story is heavily based on where you go. And all this is about you gathering resources, like I said before, and you're finding survivors to help you along your journey as the scientist is guiding you so they can help you figure out what the hell is going on. But there's a big twist to it. And as you progress through this story, you do feel like a guinea pig. The game make you feel like you're a guinea pig, but there's a big twist to the story, and there's a lot of things on this game and with the story and the characters to the point where I did feel like I really did care about what was going on. And I even cared about certain characters that they had let me play onto this game. There was 3 characters that I ended up playing on this game, and each of them had a little backstory. And I really felt attached to these characters, and there was even times where I felt like these characters was like very caresome, and I was like, you know what, I don't want these characters to die. But by this being a roguelike, you kind of can't. I don't want to spoil it, but that just shows you how good this story is. And this story actually has a twist too, so when you think something is going on, this is actually going on. And then when you think that is going on, then the whole big 180 happens. So when it comes to a story like this, it's very, very impressively good when it comes to an indie project. And I can't really knock it because it's an indie game. Because there's a lot of good indie games that has great stories that mainstream producers and game developers fail to accomplish. I love this game. I love the story. I love the comic book art style of this game. I wish that they had a physical release. They probably just couldn't afford the budget or whatever, or they're probably gonna have a physical release later on. But this is where I come in to help you guys out, to recommend this game. It's on Xbox, it's on PC, it's on PlayStation. Buy this game. I want a physical release of this game or a special edition if they're planning on doing that. This is the first time I've ever said this on a review. That should be saying something. But does that mean this game is perfect? No. No. And this is a major flaw. And I normally bash on games like this a lot when it comes to this flaw being in play. The game crashes a lot. The game crashes rapidly. There were times where I played this game, and even when I was progressing further into the story, and the game would just crash. Now, I was immediately pissed off because Redacted went through the same problem. I guess this game had like the redacted, like the redacted death line or something or whatever, because like, just like Redacted, I got deep into the game and the game crashed, and I tried to play Redacted, and the game I had to start all over. Even my save file was corrupted. So I thought Lethal Honor was gonna give me the same fate, but no. For some reason, all my resources got saved into the to the resource center. So I was like, okay, thank God. But that's no excuse. Whew. Being mad at this is subjective. I'm giving y'all mercy because y'all an indie company, so I completely understand. It's like what my wife says. The lower the company's influential resource ratio, the bigger the risk that they're gonna make something broken. And I can understand. The game is cheap too, so it's not like I spent $80 or $100 or $120 on how much these projects are charging for games that be so fucking broken. So I'm asking you, Virus Studios, on a PlayStation 5, patch it. Please, patch the game. I'm begging you. And that's the reason why I haven't been streaming this game. I only streamed it once. I tried streaming it again, and I end up crashing a lot. So please, patch this up. And while y'all at it, release an update expansion so I can play as the side characters, please. I don't want to play as the agent. I want to play as the 3 characters that I've met in the game. Especially the guy with the beard. All those characters was badasses, man. And I don't like how after you play their little story, you play as the agent. They should have had it to the point where you can play as the characters after you beat the game. But they don't got that option, unfortunately. Overall, this game was great. It was an addicting ride. And above all, I encourage you all to play this game. It's cheap, it's very affordable, and at the same time, you will get your money's worth. I know there's a lot of games that's out right now, like Little Nightmares 3, and the games that I mentioned, Hell Is Us, and the Digimon game. We got a couple more games that's coming out this week too, like the Ninja Gaiden game that I really can't wait to play. But in the meantime, check this one out. You will not be sorry. I'm gonna have to give Lethal Honor, Order of the Apocalypse, an A-. Whew. Well, that's all I have to say for today. Please stay tuned for my upcoming reviews and videos headed your way. This is Hugo, your critic teacher, and hope you all have a good day.